We've all dreamt about leaving our 9-to-5 job at some point for something bigger, right? If not, probably you wouldn't have clicked on this video. But the truth is that it's not as glamorous as they make it seem. Today, I'm sharing with you 5 hard truths about moving from corporate life to entrepreneurship that I wish someone had told me before making the leap. So stick around because this video might change your perspective. Okay, so now that I'm here with my coffee, I'm ready to let you know about the truth number 1. I'm going to speak very, very quietly because everyone here is literally completely quiet. And it's kind of like a coffee where people just come to relax and they even bring their pets. But the truth number 1 that I want to share with you is that the comfort zone is fucking addictive. Anyone that has been at a big company, been in Google, TikTok, Meta, or any other big brand with the paycheck, the perks, the benefits, the prestige, knows what I'm talking about. All that is designed to keep you hooked, even if you are someone like me that had pretty clear that deep inside they wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to launch a business. They were not up to having a corporate career and spending maybe 12 years in the same company. But that doesn't matter. Once you're there, the longer that you stay, the harder it takes. In my case, I ended up spending almost 5 years at Google and then 1 year at TikTok. At 6 years doing corporate career when I knew that was not the thing that I wanted. This is proof that that shit is hard. And as with any other addiction, if you want to overcome it, you need to gather the strength from whatever you want, you can, and just try to push through. The reality is that even if it felt really scary at the beginning, it was really empowering to feel that the limits right now are no longer, how long do I have to wait to get my next promotion, or how long until someone realizes that I'm ready to take on to another challenge. That's a thing of the past. Right now, the limits are only the ones that I want to put to myself. And that feels amazing. I'm not gonna lie. That's a feeling that I had never felt before. And I learned probably more in the past month than I had in the past year. So for those wondering, yeah, it's hard, but once you are on the other side, you don't think about it again. Okay, and want to know another hard truth? Social media glamorizes entrepreneurship. You see all those videos and images about, people working from the laptop at amazing beaches, and that's great. I'm not gonna say it otherwise. But what you don't see is the late nights, the frustrations, the rejections, the anxiety, and those moments where you doubt about everything, and you may even think about going back to your old life. The hustle is real, and you will have to work way harder than you ever did at your corporate job, and the stakes are higher because you are putting everything on the table. But the reality is that every win, every little step forward is yours. And that's something that no corporate job will ever be able to match. And now I have to take myself out of the way before these people run me over. So here is something that caught me off guard. Once you leave a big name company, you leave part of your identity behind. Suddenly, I was no longer the Google guy or the TikTok guy. I was just me. And that's it. At the beginning, it felt like a loss. There were some emails, people no longer replied. There were some connections they didn't want to make because who is this Ivan? No one knows about him. But in reality, it turned out to be super liberating. I got to really rediscover who I really am, what I want, and go after it without any attachments. With these Google, TikTok, with these big corporate names next to yours, there are also a lot of expectations, and there's also a lot of limitations. You are just supposed to be the person who helps that other person do a certain thing for the company that you work for. You're not completely free. Yes, people may reply to you, but that's only because you have something that they want, and the company that you work for has something that they want. Once you changed from position, from the job, and you're no longer useless, you're again anonymous. So probably you're just tricking yourself. If this is something that is holding you back, think about it twice. Because having those big company names next to your name might feel like they're giving you some status, they are making you access some events or some relationships that maybe seemed unattainable before. But will they be there once you're just you and those company names are no longer next to the name? I don't know. In my case, I wouldn't change it. Okay, so here's truth number 4. You'll face rejection. A lot. Rejection is inevitable. Whether if it is new clients, new partnerships, or your next big idea, not everything is going to work out. But here's the thing, rejection is not failure, it's feedback. And as a very close friend of mine once told me, feedback is a gift, so you better take it. In my case, I faced rejection a lot of times when I first started working at Google at new business sales, because I had to do a lot of cold calling, cold emailing without having done it ever before. But I'm sure that experience has nothing to do with the rejection that I'll face now as an entrepreneur. Now that I don't have that Google or TikTok tag next to me that made everyone reply to my emails, to my connections on LinkedIn. But that's totally fine, because I have one thing clear, and that's that every no teaches me how to get closer to a yes. So as long as you learn how to handle rejection without taking it personally, you'll become unstoppable. And the last hard truth, it's worth it. Living your corporate life, especially if you're super comfortable, is not easy, and I won't say you otherwise, but probably you won't regret it. You won't be looking back. In my case, I couldn't be happier, because this is the moment where actually the limits are the ones that you put to yourself. You no longer have to wait until someone wants to promote you or someone thinks that you're ready for your next challenge. So if you want my advice and you're on the fence thinking or not whether you should take the leap or just stick to what you're doing, just do it. Because also remember, you'll be building something that is truly yours, and that is a feeling that no corporate job will ever give you. So that's it, and remember that if you end up taking this journey, every day that you show up, you're one step closer to getting to your dream. And also, if I hadn't done it, I probably would have never had this view. And now is your turn. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a comment and tell me which is your situation. If you were thinking whether or not to leave your corporate job, if you've already done it and you're building something, I want to hear from you, and this is your moment. And thank you everyone who made it this far. And see you in the next one. Bye.